What's up, everyone? Welcome to BTI. I'm Josh Matthews. That's Dwayne Johnson. Look, see? Okay.
I didn't even do that on purpose, but I love it. Wow.
Are you ready?
We have great fashion sense. I love it.
But this was probably earlier.
I can smell what he's
Okay,
cooking.
fair enough. Nonetheless, I had to do it. Thank you very much for brightening my day this afternoon. I looked at it and said,
I'll go get my fanny pack.
Are you ready for what we're going to have going on here this evening?
Oh, yeah. We've got some knockouts action we got to take you back
last week.
to
Yeah,
from
yeah,
last
the
week.
main event.
Yeah, it was two knockouts household names. Deonna Purrazzo versus Mickie James. Another match in the last rodeo. Would it continue? Do you smell what Mickie James is cooking?
Great back and forth, catch as catch can, counter for counter here between James and Purrazzo.
Oh, missile drop kick off the top from Mickie James. The resilience, the tenacity of Mickie James on display here in this matchup in the last rodeo. Neck breaker by James.
We'll take nothing away.
Is this it for Purrazzo? Kick out by the virtuosa.
James knows exactly what's on the line, just like all of us. But like I said, as this match gets longer and longer, desperation has to be building up, even in the greatest of professionals like James.
Time for the McDT. Purrazzo felt it coming and just backs James into the corner.
And Purrazzo knows Mickie James so well. Their storied rivalry has taught her lessons she will never forget.
Oh, now James able to slip out of the corner there against Purrazzo. Oh, thinking about a tornado DDT.
Not today.
Up kick by Purrazzo.
Absolutely levels hardcore country.
Falls into the cover to end James' career in a kick out.
One more time in this matchup, we are 1 second away from the end of the legendary career of Mickie James. What will be the final shot that Deonna Purrazzo needs? She's calling for it right now, though. Apparently, this could be it. This could all be over.
This is time for the Queen's Gambit.
She hits that. The career of Mickie James is done.
Oh! Straight kick to the face by James. Scrambles into the cover to end Purrazzo's night in a kick out.
Gonna take a little bit more than that to put a very, very motivated virtuosa down.
And once again, Mickie James measuring her opponent. And once that McDT trying to set up Purrazzo. Oh, nearly hit. Oh, no! Time for the Fujiwara armbar.
She's got it. Deonna Purrazzo has the armbar locked in, the arm bent back, almost breaking off here. James desperate for the ropes.
And look at James with the right arm trying to reach out to the bottom rope, but Purrazzo pulls it back. Venus de Milo.
Absolutely,
But the foot.
just in time for Mickie James.
Mickie James gets her foot on the bottom rope. That'll break up the submission, but the Venus de Milo locked in. Has the damage been done?
Certainly. The shoulder, the arm, the elbow of James in far worse condition again as this match keeps going on. James getting more and more broken down here.
And now Purrazzo trying to control Mickie James. Here's the cover. Purrazzo, handful of tights. Oh, turned around by James. James with the tights. Turnabout's fair play.
No!
James wins.
Here is your winner, Mickie James!
Listen, I don't necessarily condone the actions of Purrazzo or James here at the conclusion of this matchup. Obviously, Purrazzo instigated things, going for the tights first. Mickie James followed suit.
It was so back and forth for the entirety of this contest.
I want to take a look back here as Mickie James' career in professional wrestling will continue. Her pursuit of the Knockouts World title will continue. Watch here down the stretch. Purrazzo into the cover. The official did not see that. Was not in position to see James as well grabbing the tights. In the end, the official's decision is final. Mickie James gets the win, and hold on a second. And look who it is here in the Impact Zone. The Impact Knockout
That's what this rodeo has been all about. Getting to that Knockouts World title. Well, the champ is in the building.
Grace, who withstood Masha Slamovich in a last knockout standing match in defense of her title 2 weeks ago at Overdrive, now stepping into the ring with the legend Mickie James.
Mickie, I know that you wanted to work your way back to the top, and I don't think anybody here in this building can dispute that you've done exactly that. You've taken care of your business. I've taken care of mine. So I think it's finally time. What does everybody say? Mickie, me and you, for the first time ever, for my Knockouts World Championship, hard to kill. What do you say?
I would love to see it, James and Grace for the Knockouts World title at Hard to Kill.
So the last rodeo of Mickie James will continue here in Impact Wrestling. And look, she's carving things out, but I totally agree with what Jordynne Grace came out and said. Like, you're doing this, it's time. It's time for you and I to go one-on-one. Let's do it at Hard to Kill, and if I beat you, you're done. So Jordynne Grace can be the one to end the career, the legendary career, the Hall of Fame career of Mickie James. What's gonna happen at Hard to Kill? What else is gonna happen here tonight?
Well, the action is what's gonna happen. We'll get started with the X Division champion, Trey Miguel. He'll face off against Jason Hotch in singles action.
Can't wait to see that match, and we have plenty more coming up, folks, right here on BTI. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to BTI. As we get closer and closer to Impact Wrestling, it follows us immediately here as we get ready for what should be an amazing night of action. And with that being said, we have to get back to what went down last week.
Oh yeah, Bully Ray had some choice words before his match with...
Number one contender for the World Championship.
Yes, before his match with Rich Swann last Thursday night. Let's take a look back at that, see what he had to say.
So Josh is not gonna be around for a couple of weeks. He needs to take some time. He's got a little bit of trauma. His family has endured a lot of trauma. They need to regroup. They need to be together. Josh, you take all the time you need, just as long as you show up in Atlanta on Friday, the 13th of January at Hard to Kill. Do you know who I am? I'm Bully Ray, and I will be your 3-time Impact World Champion.
There's Rich Swann. Rich Swann, the scheduled opponent of Bully Ray tonight. Swann, as well as Scott D'Amore and the rest of the Impact Wrestling locker room, sick of Bully Ray. And Bully Ray tearing apart the ringside area. Oh, no, this is just like an Overdrive, Ray. Well, I believe that is a zip tie in the hand of Bully Ray. Yes, he is trying to zip tie Rich Swann to the bottom rope.
Come on. And Rich Swann is already in pretty well incapacitated at this point. I don't think he's breaking free of that one. Now he is completely at the mercy of Bully Ray.
This is what Josh Alexander had to endure at Overdrive. Watched his Bully Ray tormented his wife. And look at that! There's Tommy Dreamer!
What are you doing? Enough! Knock it off! Knock it off! Let's go! Referees, freaking help me! No, come on!
Oh my God!
Everybody wants a piece of Bully Ray. Everybody's had enough.
Knock it off! Enough! What are you gonna do? Get the come on!
I am a piece of and you know what, Demore? You're the guy that hired me.
Bully Ray has alienated everyone in Impact Wrestling. When he's gonna get what he wants, Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship, Friday the 13th of January at Hard to Kill.
So a lot of people have a lot to say. Shocking, right? All these egos and athletes coming together, clashing at the end of the year, and then of course Hard to Kill on January the 13th. Everyone is ready to go and they want championship gold. That includes Moose, that includes Bhupinder Gujjar. Those two went one-on-one last week.
This is the momentum Gujjar needed earlier on. Can he keep it going?
Beautiful sling blade there by Gujjar.
And now he's got to capitalize. This is where the foot has to stay on the gas, especially with an opponent with the capabilities of Moose.
Oh, we saw Moose going for his spear. Is it time for Gujjar's gargoyle spear? Set up in the corner. Is this it for Moose? Oh! And Moose did his homework.
Not what Gujjar wanted.
Whoa, Moose went for his spear again. Oh, and there it is. Big time spear from Moose. Moose beats Gujjar.
Here is your winner, Moose!
Come on now, Moose pummeling Gujjar after the match, trying to make a statement after his disappointment from Overdrive.
Yeah, those frustrations still boiling over. And now just getting rid of Gujjar, no respect whatsoever. But no surprise coming from the self-proclaimed wrestling god.
Well, I don't have time for your fun and games. So I'll advise you to get the hell out of my ring before I seriously hurt you. Back to what I was saying.
Moose, just one thing. If you really want Joe Hendry to just get on out this ring, we can do that, but I don't think that's really what you want. You see, from a current champion to a former one, I know a cry for help when I see one.
Oh, and Moose, I guess, no. Back up, and Hendry dropping Moose. Whoa.
Could this be the motivation Moose needs? Not tonight.
Oh. And Moose enraged. Focused on the aftermath of Overdrive. Handling what he calls serious business. Oh, look out.
Oh, no. Who said his name this time? Because once again, Joe Hendry has appeared ready to fight.
Oh, wait a minute. There's Bhupinder Gujjar getting some payback on Moose after Moose tried to beat down Gujjar after their match moments ago.
Just like a true gargoyle, lying in wait, perched, ready to go.
Little turnabout is fair play when it comes to Gujjar and Moose. But I got a feeling we're far from done between what's just transpired between Moose and the digital media champion, Joe Hendry.
Well, now Joe Hendry is throwing his name
Don't
in
say
the
his
hat.
name. You said his name.
Oh, shoot.
Say his name and help here. Well, we'll quickly move on, but Joe Hendry, like Gia just said, is putting his name out there, putting himself out there in these situations with Moose and Bhupinder Gujjar. Situation developing here on BTI. We'll see action as the X Division champion Trey Miguel goes one-on-one with Jason Hotch in singles competition here tonight.
Plus, we have more from Impact last week. Don't go anywhere. BTI rolls on right after this.
Welcome back to BTI, folks. We have Impact Wrestling immediately following us. We're hot off the heels of IPWF Throwback Throwdown 3. We've got Hard to Kill coming up on January the 13th. There is no rest for the wicked here in Impact Wrestling. There's also no...
That's why you never sleep.
That's why I don't sleep. I sleep like a vampire in a coffin. There's also no rest for the man who challenged for the Impact Wrestling World Championship at Overdrive.
That's right. Frankie Kazarian would face off against Steve Macklin last week. Two real heavy hitters, and this was quite a slugfest.
He's trying to control Macklin right now. Macklin uses the ropes. Power slam by Kazarian.
And finally has Macklin planted in the middle of the ring here.
Oh, the leg drop off the ropes. Kazarian to put away Macklin and a kick out.
Macklin showing the resilience that we've come to know from him time and time again. The man who's put up with so many absolute devastating encounters, things like barbed wire massacre.
Oh, again, is going for the chicken wing there, and Macklin felt it coming.
Obviously spotted his opponent, scouted his opponent before this matchup.
Oh, and the leg drop right to the back of the neck.
Classic Kazarian right there. Macklin didn't see that one coming.
Guillotine leg drop, and now
Whoa!
from the outside to the inside is the cover. Macklin able to escape, shoulders down here on Kazarian, kick out at 2.
A little bit of good counter wrestling from Steve Macklin as well.
Oh, look at this. Caught Kazarian on. This is a place you do not want to be against Macklin.
Here you go.
Oh, Kazarian was nearly caught in the crosshairs. Kazarian able to roll himself up and avoid Macklin.
That's the experience. Oh, Kazarian coming into play.
The cutter from Kazarian. Macklin puts his foot on the bottom rope.
Hey, that's a veteran move from Steve Macklin as well. Ring awareness is key and was the saving factor for Macklin right there.
And now Macklin to the outside of the ring. And wait a minute. Macklin, the steel chair to the ribs of Kazarian.
Macklin's had enough. And there's your frustration getting the better of Macklin. Telling the world he guess he doesn't need the official W here tonight. He'll take it any way that he could get it.
And disqualification to Macklin, but Macklin now assaulting Frankie Kazarian. Look at this with the chair to the injured midsection already of Kazarian.
And that's that hard edge, that spine of the chair into the ribs, the hip, the back. Absolutely obliterating Kazarian here. Oh my God.
And you can hear Macklin saying, "Where's my damn world title shot?"
You have to wonder how much more. I mean, Macklin's clearly already at a boiling point.
Oh, no, not this. Oh, the KIA into the steel chair.
And on a night where point after point has been made and or proven, Steve Macklin makes yet another one.
Macklin makes an example out of Kazarian. His frustrations following Overdrive. And speaking of which, let's head back to the events of Overdrive surrounding the Knockouts World Tag Team titles.
I don't really know how to talk about or describe or even get into the mindset of Violent by Design. So very quickly here, Eric Young told Daner to meet him in the place where this all began. That was a prison. And they would settle things once and for all. Eric Young, Daner meeting in this undisclosed location in a prison to settle things Violent by Design style.
You can run for a long time. You can run.
Why did you turn your life over to Violent by Design?
To fight the sickness.
So, you revile the sickness. Of course. I always have. As would I. Where does the beginning end? Oh my day. When does the ending begin?
This world does not belong to us.
This old city, place I was born. If you do anything to eliminate the sickness. This world does not belong to you.
This world does not belong
To us, the sickness still exists. How do you know when you encounter a sickness? Failure. 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 Would you do anything to eliminate it? Anything to eliminate it.
Why did you make me do this?
We've been plagued by failure. We have been since the inception.
No! We can fix this!
Yes, we can. You can. You are violence. Do what you were born to do. Kill the sickness. Become the violence. Embrace the violence. You are the design. Eliminate the sickness. Eliminate the sickness. Eliminate the sickness. Stop!
Coming from the rain, I was colder than a cross. I was left alone and forged as another legend lost. And just before a gun could have killed or made a sound, I was taken from the dark.
I was the designer,
and brought to sacred
but you
ground.
are the
I
design.
was taken from the dark and brought to sacred ground.
Welcome back to BTI as we get ready for an all-new Impact Wrestling immediately following us here tonight. What a night it's going to be. But with that said, it's time for us to turn things over to the social media team and see what they were talking about last week. It had to be all the things that we were talking about last week, right?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we make the news.
We make the news. I like that.
And then
they report on
Yes.
the news that we make.
They tell news about the news. And then
About the news.
There's news about more news.
A little sidebar action on social media.
Well, I have some news for you.
What do you got?
We got a top 5.
Here it is.
And now, the social media top 5 moments on BTI. Number 5.
I know Trey Miguel wants to make his mark on the X Division, but I think this might be a little too far.
Number 4.
The last rodeo will end one way or another. Mickie James will challenge Jordynne Grace for the Impact Knockouts World Championship at Hard to Kill.
Number 3.
Scott D'Amore absolutely lost it at Bully Ray, but can anybody blame him?
Number 2.
Now even more people all around the world will be able to enjoy Impact Wrestling on DAZN.
And at number 1.
Last week, Diener eliminated the sickness, and with it, he eliminated Eric Young.
So from the good to the bad, the pretty to the ugly. What do you... Here, wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. I like that. That's not bad at all. Are you ready? Here, you can get your Twitter fingers ready. Josh was mean to me.
Melissa, call my lawyer.
Clapback moment of the week happens right now.
The clapback moment of the week is...
Not only can Steve Macklin decimate you in the ring, he can decimate you on Twitter as well.
Well, that sent chills down my spine. It was cold.
That's a good one, Josh.
Yeah. It was, yeah, that was it. That's all I got. That was my segue.
Hey, you know what?
Now it's your turn. This is
better.
Television 101, folks.
It was better than last week, so.
Last week was, well, you set me up last week, and then I bunted it.
Bunted? And no contact was made.
Oh, there's a little bit of contact.
I don't know. Well, I bunted that one straight to you, Iceman. Take it away.
Welcome to Iceman's Intel. I'm George Iceman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. In the past few weeks, Bully Ray has been causing chaos here at Impact Wrestling ever since he challenged Josh for the World Championship at Hard to Kill. Well, last week, Josh was not in the building, but attending his family in Canada. But Bully Ray continued to run amok. Well, it's confirmed Josh will be in the building tonight. And I know he wants to get his hands on the #1 contender. Well, here's the rumors. I am getting that Josh Alexander has been in talks with the EVP. That's right, Scott D'Amore, back and forth concerning something going on tonight. Now we know that Scott has had his run-ins with Bully Ray the past few weeks, but does that mean he will be on board with whatever Josh Alexander has got planned? After what Bully Ray did to Josh's family, you know he wants his revenge. The question is, will he have it tonight? I guess we'll all have to tune in to the Impact Zone on Access. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a non-title match set for one fall. Introducing first from Toledo, Ohio, the X Division champion, Trey Miguel.
As we get set for this night of action here in Louisville, Kentucky, here comes the new X Division champion in action for the first time since winning the championship for a second time 3 weeks ago at Overdrive, which you can read now on demand on Impact Plus. And Ray Walt, it was Trey Miguel showing his true colors as he defaced the X Division championship, which he won in the tournament finals against Black Taurus.
Deface. He's an artist, man. He's an artist trying to express himself in the purest way possible, and he can't abide by living under this public pressure. He's got to be himself, and you can only take so much before you. Oh my God, everybody wants to be him. Everybody wants to be his friend. Everybody, I believe in you, Trey. All this sycophantic garbage, you can only take so much.
His opponent from Bedford, Michigan, Jason Hotch.
Personally, I'm very excited to see this in particular matchup, Ray Wall, considering what you just said, the attitude change for Trey Miguel, showing exactly what he's all about. Trey Miguel had a hand in training Jason Hotch, who is a winner of Gut Check earlier this year.
Well, you know what they say, if Hotch doesn't know by now, he should know Trey Miguel, but man, is he gonna learn today. His teacher's got a brand new attitude. You know what? This is a great learning lesson for Hotch when he gets smacked around by the new X Division champ.
Hotch versus Miguel is next. And we are back here on Impact Plus Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us on BTI. The X Division champion, Trey Miguel, set to go one-on-one with Jason Hotch. These two both from Toledo, Ohio, and those crossroads came about, and ultimately Trey Miguel had a hand in training Jason Hotch, helping him get started here all together in professional wrestling. No doubt was a reason that he was on the map of Impact Wrestling when Gut Check went down earlier this year at the famed Arnold Classic event.
I mean, there's absolutely no doubting that, Hotch has all the tools that it takes to be a potential star here in Impact. But let's talk about the current star, the star of the X Division, the champion, the leader of the X Division. That man right there, Trey Miguel.
Is this something, Raywalt, that maybe we all should have seen coming with Trey Miguel? Perhaps his willingness to accept a disqualification victory in the semifinals against Speedball Mike Bailey, thanks to Kenny King. That advanced him to the finals, and then late in the finals against Black Taurus, got a little frustrated and pulled out a can of spray paint, sprayed the eyes of Black Taurus, and ultimately won the title.
I don't think one thing has anything to do with the other. Life is funny like that. But it's funny the way it all culminated with that path to victory. And I think Trey Miguel is simply he's at a point where he's done playing up to what people expect him to be. You know what I mean? He's done living and dying on the fans cheering and adulating him. He doesn't need that anymore. He just needs to be him and live up to his full potential.
Head scissors here by Jason Hotch, trying to control his former mentor. Side headlock takeover. Now Miguel trying to reassume control, and both these men matching each other very well here early on, Raywalt.
Both guys, look at it, able to nip up out of these headlocks left and right. Again, student and teacher, you can tell here as they just go back and forth on this same hold. I mean, this is great pro wrestling. There's no doubt about that.
The story's been told a number of times, Raywalt, when you see a wrestler who helped train another wrestler, and perhaps you assume that the teacher is going to be more advanced than the pupil, but you've seen this enough times. Is that always the case?
It's less about being more advanced or even having more skill, all that stuff. It's more about the arrogance sometimes of the student, which Hotch has to look out for here. There's always that point in every student's life where they think that they have their teacher beat. And I don't think Hotch is quite there yet, as is being put on full display right here.
Hotch taken down. Oh, and a snap to the neck by Miguel. Miguel used the referee, who was trying to back off Jason Hotch, thought there was an injury perhaps to Miguel. Miguel used that momentary distraction and turned things around here on Jason Hotch.
Use the sandbox, use whatever in front of you. If that ref ain't paying attention, hey, you take the spot that's given to you. And right now, Trey Miguel has made it work for him.
Raining down blows here on Jason Hotch, staring down the officials, trying to back off Miguel.
You see, Miguel even told the official there, he's like, hey, check out and make sure he's okay. He's still a very considerate, competitor, if you ask me.
Now Miguel, standing moonsault there, absolutely beautiful, posing and taking his time here against Hotch.
I mean, he knows he's in control. I mean, at this point in the matchup, in this kind of position, I feel like Trey Miguel would feel like that with anybody, let alone a student that he knows inside and out. Somebody who he's trained, who he's built up as a professional wrestler.
Here's one thing I want to ask you about is the swipe right to the face here by Miguel. Before the break, you talked about how the spray paint that's now all over the X Division Championship was simply the artistry of Trey Miguel. How do you not see that as him defacing the X Division Championship that has 20 years of history?
Oh my God, how are you younger than me, Hannafin? For the love of God. What, you're the guys who, you think Banksy is nothing but a terrible graffiti artist. Oh, one of these terrible young ruffians ruining the streets. No, this is how expression is done in 2022, man. Poke up your glasses and pay attention to what's going on in the ring.
Miguel releases Hotch before the count of 5 there. Got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified here by the official. It's been all Miguel for the last few moments. Who's Banksy?
Wow. Age yourself in 2022 without telling me you're old there. Is right now Hotch finding a small opening here, but quickly turned around by Trey Miguel.
Miguel, perhaps taking a little too long, a little tied up here with the fans at Old Foresters Paris Town Hall. Oh, and a neckbreaker using that top rope. Gets himself
right through, absolutely.
On top of Hotch. using the top rope and the spinning neck breaker. Great sequence there by Trey Miguel to target the neck of Hotch.
And now, hey, or maybe I was right. See, he still wants the adulation of the crowd. Maybe this is still a little bit of the Trey Miguel we know and love.
Now Miguel on the move. Not going to give the fans what they want. Oh, wow.
And that's exactly the point. It's not about them, it's about Trey.
Oh, and a shot to the back. Hotch didn't even see it coming.
And that's the most dangerous shot. That's the one that knocks you out, is the one you don't see coming.
Oh, spine first into the apron. High impact here on the assault from the X Division champion. Senton from the outside, and Miguel is really flowing right now. Knee right to the face.
This is absolutely
arrogant cover here. Knee right on the
not even
throat.
A cover, not even a cover here. He's just punishing Hotch.
And again, using the bulk of a 5 count there. Hotch for a moment had his shoulders down, quickly was able to get him out of the pinning predicament, but still his assault.
Proving a point. This is like consider this a bit of a victory lap for that big X Division championship win. Just reminding you, showing you exactly who he is.
Miguel's got to be careful. He can make a lot of enemies along the way, considering what he did to Black Taurus. You never know what Decay is capable of. But making an enemy of someone who was a longtime friend here, Jason Hotch.
Who cares? Being everybody's friend lost him the X Division championship. Being everybody's friend didn't get him back to where he needed to be. Didn't let him reach the goals he wanted. Being himself, being who he really is, following that true nature, is what will lead him to success.
Up in the corner, Hotch able to evade. Shot right to the midsection. Now Hotch. A little bit of breathing room here now against Trey Miguel. Oh, and a big spin kick to the head. There go the pearls. And the only thing holding up Miguel is the turnbuckles.
This is a big opening for the young man Hotch here.
Hotch into the corner, went for a Superman punch maybe. Oh, and a kick right to the face.
Great athleticism. This is why he won Gut Check. This is why Impact Scouts like what they see.
Set that up. Miguel saw it coming. Again, teacher versus pupil. Kick right to the back of the head, and down goes Hotch.
Oh, just lining him up. Trey Miguel once again taking his time.
Attacking short range with that drop kick. Now trying to set up Hotch, who's used a brain buster recently. Now look at Hotch with the stop. Look at the hand to put away the champion and a kick out. And hold on a second here, Ray. Well, imagine if Hotch pinned the X Division champion. Would he get a title shot down the line?
I mean, there's definitely a question there, that's for sure.
Uh-oh. Brain buster. Rolls through. Oh, look out. Oh, the kick with a soul to boot. Tries to follow it up. We've seen this lately. Lightning spiral. Cover. The X Division champion wins.
Here is your winner, Trey Miguel.
And I mean, a valiant effort by young Hotch here. Nothing to be ashamed of, but when your opponent is Trey Miguel, your opponent is just better.
From that spray paint, you can see the new X Division championship, the handiwork of Trey Miguel. Hey, come on, you're backing off the referee here.
Hey, we might be about to get a new masterpiece live and right in front of us. Yo, baby. A little tag and a little Brandon. Let you know that Trey Miguel was here.
Trey Miguel defacing the X Division championship and defacing his opponent tonight with his own logo, his own from BTI.
Tremendous action to get us started here tonight as we get ready for an all-new Impact Wrestling. Jay, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm looking forward to all of the action that we bring to you every single Thursday night, and this night's going to be no different.
Absolutely 100% co-signed. Can't wait to see what goes down tonight. I learned a new word, mid. You know what mid means?
Yes, I do.
Really? Has it been around for a while? Because I just learned it. Yeah. I've been telling everyone, I'm feeling mid. But I'm not feeling mid tonight. I'm feeling excited. Guess what?
Yeah, it's a little dated.
That's right. That's okay. Nonetheless, you guys sit back, relax, enjoy 2 hours of incredible, total, non-stop action that you can only get from Impact Wrestling. So for Gia Miller, I'm Josh Matthews. Thank you all very much for joining us. We'll see you all once again right back here on BTI next week.